Yo, what's going on, guys? It's CoJoMo here, back with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about some of the reasons that you suck at awping inside of this game. The AWP is one of the most overpowered weapons inside of CS2, but if you're using it improperly, it can become one of the worst guns that you can pick up. So today, I'm going to teach you some tips. Maybe you need to send this to the solo queue teammates that you get inside of your pugs and matchmaking games that are throwing your games because they don't know how to AWP. But before we get into that, I have to give you a message about Counter-Strike 2 skins before we get into it.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
The first thing I want to talk about is the concept of holding good angles. Now, you need to understand that with the AWP, both on CT and T side, you are essentially lane locking, right? So we're going to post on certain angles, and if anybody crosses our threshold of this line, we have the advantage on them, right? We have the one-shot gun, we just click them and they are dead, versus riflers and other operators that are peeking us, they have the disadvantage, right? So one thing you can do, and one of the reasons you suck with awping is you're so anxious to try to kill, right? Say we have somebody trapped on this side of mid. A lot of noob oppers will try to battle like an opper that's kind of posted back there, or like if we know they're suicide, and they'll try to walk out here and try to kill them, right? Is there a time and place to peek someone? Yes, but a lot of people don't understand that if you are patient and hold an angle with the AWP, you are essentially giving yourself the advantage in the fight, right? Because when they peek into you, you have this already locked down, versus if you're dueling an opper, usually you don't want to peek the opper. Like 90% of the time when you are fighting against another opper, peeking into them is the worst thing you can do, right? Because if you try to clear them, they could be posted on a line like this and get that kill easily, right? A concept I love to do is when my teammates are scaling up cat on dust 2 here and we're taking mid, one of my favorite things to do is to sit here with these angles, right? If you're playing better players, you might have to be a little more shallow in case they throw a flash, you can easily get out. But if you're playing noobs, you can literally sit back here and just post on these rotation points, right? A lot of you guys are not posting on rotation points. I don't care what map you're playing. If you can angle lock and lane lock these angles, it's free kills every time. When that B player or the opera comes to rotate into mid, they're gonna walk right into you. Boom. They think they're gonna get scoped up here and do this, and then boom, you're already posted, and not enough players are doing this. They're just running around with the AWP, just whatever flies in front of them on the screen, they shoot. You know, they're just running into these angles, not actively doing this, not actively holding, right? Say you're in a situation where you have a guy pinned down goose, your teammates are scaling up cat here, your riflers, right? Your riflers are scaling up cat into sight. Way too many low-level oppers want to just run in with their teammates. Oh, I need to go kill this guy. No, guys, you have the AWP. Your job is to lock this guy into place. As long as you are scoped up on this angle right here, he can't cross this threshold safely, right? He can't cross here, and if he does, he's dead. Boom. So your job is to keep him contained while your riflers scale in and clean him up easily, right? Your riflers know he's pinned here, and then they can trade out and kill a guy that's pinned in the corner. And the beauty of it is, and something I don't see enough low-level players doing, is transitioning, right? So, boom, we're posted on this angle. Maybe our teammates get him or we kill him, right? Too many low-level players then want to just keep coming on the site here and trying to take site. This isn't your purpose, guys. When you're the AWP, a lot of times you transition into holding the flank then, right? Obviously, you don't want bomb when you're doing this, but then we get that kill. Then it's your job to sit here and hold this now. You hear someone running up, easy kill, and then, you know, maybe if there's more people, we play the round out. But too many players are too eager to just get into sight. You're not as good awping here. I mean, this is like, you can hold angles here and it's fine, but you're so much better off keeping the control for your team. When you're awping, it's all about control. Think about on CT side, guys. What are we doing here? We're trying to get long control and post on this angle and make sure that we have them cut off before they get out here, right? Too many players, man. Too many players don't understand that with the AWP, you are trying to control one side of the map or one part of the map for your teammates, right? They kind of just want to combat AWP and run around and, you know, jump around and do these things, but actively think, what am I controlling for my team, right? So in this case, if we look at the radar, we're controlling this entire section of the map, right? You know, if all of the T's are running off cat, another thing I don't see low level operators doing is playing angles properly, right? So we are in a power position right here. If the T's are scaling up cat and we're CT opping here, one of the things you'll see professional operators do is they'll post on one angle like this, shoot, boom, we're posted here, shoot, boom, boom, doing stuff like this, right? What I see a lot of low level players doing is they get the positioning right, they know where to play, but then they get this first kill and then they kind of hang around here and try to keep like going, or you know, they just get a kill and then they sit here. Guys, when you start playing high level lobbies or players that can actually shoot back, what's going to happen is 2 or 3 guys are going to swing you, and if you're just standing there like a noob, they're going to farm you, right? You'll kill the first guy maybe, but they're going to farm you. Or even worse, one of the worst things when you're an operator is like, you know, the utility, all the stuff that they're throwing, and then the double peeking, the triple peeking. When you start playing high level lobbies, you've got to isolate fights. You have to be able to do this, and it's something that newer operators don't understand. Also, one of the biggest mistakes, one of my pet peeves that I see people making inside of this game is when they are opping, they try to go for way too many situations. Guys, I'm a professional operator. I play in ECL. I've been an operator for 2 years. You've got to be able to save. You've got to understand when it's your time to save and when it's your time to go for it. Way too many of you are way too eager to just run in and try to win the round for your team. Guys, if it's Dust 2 and they instantly took B site, you know, they smoke doors, they're constantly remodeling window, they're re-smoking doors again, and you're in like a 3v5 situation, why are you still trying to go for it? And I say this because I see this at faceit level 10. I see this in some of the league divisions, intermediate, main on ESEA, and like I see players time and time again not saving. Guys, when you have this gun, it costs $4,750. You have to buy armor with it. You got to get nades, you got to get all these things. Why are you going for so many impossible or improbable retakes? You might be like, well, CoJo, dude, I saw Simple have a crazy clutch here and he 1v3'd the other team and did all this. Play the percentages. If you truly are interested in getting better at the game and learning, play the percentages when you're using this gun, but any gun in the game, right? Play the percentages. If you save that op in the next round, we save it, we get out here. Now in this next round where you save the op, you save your utility, all these things, you can come out here and try to do something. You can go for an opening pick when you had a deagle or like a USP or whatever you have. You know, this is not a good fight for you. So when we play the percentages with the op and make sure that we're actually thinking about, is this a good decision? Are we playing right? You're going to succeed so much more. Now, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. If you're interested in individual personal coaching, I do offer that, and I'd love to help you guys learn and grow. I offer paid coaching services down below. The last thing that I want to talk about though is, let's talk about multiple things. One of the things I see is operators don't understand how angles work, and when they're like posting on certain things, right, they're exposing themselves so much, right? So like if they're posting on mid, they'll post like right here or something, but you don't realize that like you're sticking out, right? So when you're posting on these angles, especially with the op, since it's such a long gun, your gun barrel is going to stick out, right? And it's not good. When you're peeking angles with the op, don't peek close. Peeking close is bad because you're exposing your whole body, right? And you're making it really hard for yourself when you fight these angles, and especially if people are close, they're just going to shoot you in the side of the head. Whenever you are opping, and just, you know, in general, it's good to know, peek as far away as angles as you can. This gives you the advantage with the way Counter-Strike works and the way angles work, and this is a real life concept. This isn't just a Counter-Strike concept. This is just geometry and math. The farther away from angles you are, the better. If you're holding catwalk, this is awful because anyone jumping up here is going to see your arms, right? Versus if you're playing all the way back here, now they no longer see your arms because you're farther away from the wall, right? Too many oppers, too many. Just sitting up here posting like this. Playing the angles way too close, not understanding that. And the last thing, guys, we've been going on for a long time here. The last thing I see that oppers are doing wrong is they're not giving themselves enough room to breathe, right? They're putting way too much pressure on each shot because it's literally like if they miss the shot, they're dead. They're putting themselves in corners like this where one shot, if they miss it, they're dead, or if 2 people swing them, they're dead. Guys, always have a fallback plan as an opper. That's why this angle up here is so deadly as an opper, because you can shoot and get out, right? Shoot and get out. It's the same thing with why on B, if you can get in here before the T's are coming, window is so good. Shoot, boom, rotate around, shoot, rotate around. you know, you see how we are always changing angles and we have somewhere to go. When we don't have a place to fall back and you know, anywhere to get out of, it's so bad. Again, it's why long here is so good, because if they're running out, we can take a shot and try to get out before they swing us. And then if they're swinging, boom, we can shoot and get back. Fall back, fall back. If you have this exit strategy and this exit plan, it doesn't matter if you're whiffing shots. Guys, I remember one time I was in league play and one of my teammates was like, dude, I'll give you, and this is when I was a lot worse at the game. They're like, dude, man, like, you know, you're not the most accurate upper, but like, because you're able to stay alive, you're shooting so many shots that like you're still destroying the other team. Like, I saw you just whiff 4 bullets and you still got 3 kills in the round because you just stayed alive and you kept like going back. And, you know, obviously we want good aim. We want to be able to farm our opponents and stuff like that. But if we can fall back and have the strategy, it's going to be so good for us. So, guys, I kind of rambled in this video. I gave you a lot of insight, but again, I'm a professional opper, so I think that my insight is very helpful for those of you trying to learn how to play this position inside of Counter-Strike. So these are some of the reasons you absolutely suck at opping. Again, if you want personal coaching, I offer that down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It's been amazing. I would recommend checking out the videos on your screen right now, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.